You ever sit at your desk for hours staring at your notes and still feel like nothing's going in? Like you studied, technically, but when the test comes, it's like your brain just says, nope, I'm out. Maybe you've tried watching YouTube summaries, highlighting everything in neon, or pulling all-nighters thinking that's how the smart kids do it. But here's the hard truth. Most of us don't actually study. We just spend time near our books. And that's why, semester after semester, it feels like we're working hard, but not moving forward. I'll walk you through how to actually study the right way, using methods that real cognitive science supports, and that actually stick. You'll learn why your brain forgets almost everything you read, and how to fix that. The study habits that look productive but aren't, and how to create a system that lets you study less, remember more, and actually feel confident walking into an exam. By the end, you'll know exactly what to do every time you sit down to study, so you don't waste another semester just trying. Let's start here, because it changes everything. Most students read notes trying to absorb information, but teachers, on the other hand, think about how to explain that information. And that tiny mindset shift makes a massive difference. When you study with the goal of being able to teach this to someone else, your brain automatically organizes information, connects ideas, and stores it deeper. Try this. After reading a topic, close your book and pretend you're explaining it to a friend who missed class. No notes, just your own words. If you get stuck, that's the part you didn't really understand. That's called the Feynman technique. And it's one of the simplest, most powerful ways to turn passive studying into active learning. And honestly, I wish someone had told me this in my first year of college. It would have saved me a lot of wasted study sessions. Here's the thing. Rereading your notes feels productive because it's easy, but it doesn't actually make your brain remember. Your brain doesn't learn by seeing information again. It learns by pulling that information out. So instead of reading your notes 5 times, read once, then quiz yourself from memory. Use flashcards, apps like Anki, or just blank paper. Ask yourself questions like, what are the main steps of this process? Why does this formula work? What examples can I think of? That act of retrieval is what strengthens memory. It's like exercising a muscle. And the best part? You'll instantly see what you don't know, which helps you focus your next study session. Let's be honest, cramming does help for like 2 days. After that, it's gone. That's because your brain needs time gaps to solidify information. It's called the spacing effect. Here's how to use it. Study a topic today. Review it again 2 days later, then again a week later, then one last time before your exam. Each time, the gap gets a little longer, and your recall gets a lot stronger. Apps like Notion, Anki, or even a simple paper calendar can help schedule these reviews. You're not studying harder, you're studying smarter, letting your brain do what it's designed to do. You've probably said this before. I studied for 6 hours today, but what did those 6 hours actually do? You see, study time means nothing if your focus is scattered. 1 hour of deep focus beats 5 hours of distracted scrolling, snack breaks, and let me just check my phone. So instead of counting hours, count sessions. Try this. Set a 50-minute timer. Turn your phone off or leave it outside the room. Study with full focus. Then take a 10-minute break. Walk, stretch, breathe. That's the Pomodoro method, and it trains your mind to go deep without burning out. Remember, quality of focus, not quantity of hours. Here's a harsh truth. Most students take notes that only make sense in class. When you open them later, they look like random bullet points from a crime scene. Good notes are meant to teach future you. So after class, take 5 minutes to rewrite your notes in your own words. Organize them using visuals, arrows, diagrams, or even colors that mark cause-effect. And summarize each page with a single sentence at the bottom. What's the big idea here? That way, every time you review, you're not decoding messy notes, you're reinforcing the meaning behind them. We often think motivation is the key to studying, but in reality, environment is what shapes discipline. If you always study on your bed, your brain associates that place with relaxation. So, when you sit there with your textbook, it whispers, just one more YouTube video. Instead, create a physical cue for study mode. A specific desk, a certain playlist, even a scent. Something your brain learns to link with focus time. The goal isn't perfection. It's just consistency, the habit of showing up in the right mental space, again and again. Now, a quick reality check. Even with all these methods, studying still takes time. There's no hack that replaces effort, only ways to make your effort actually count. Here are a few traps to avoid. Trap 1. Studying only when you feel like it. Motivation comes after action, not before. Set a schedule, then show up anyway. Trap 2. Multitasking. Your brain can't study and scroll TikTok at the same time. It's switching, not multitasking. Protect your focus like it's a muscle you're training. Trap 3. Over-planning and underdoing. Making aesthetic notes or elaborate schedules feels like progress. But unless you're actively testing yourself, it's not real learning. Avoid these, and your results will multiply. All right, let's recap. If you want to study the right way, here's what matters. 1. Think like a teacher, not a student. Explain what you learn. That's how you know you understand it. 2. Use retrieval practice. Don't reread, recall. 3. Space your reviews. Don't cram, revisit. 4. Focus deeply. Measure sessions, not hours. 5. Rewrite and organize your notes. Help future you learn faster. 6. Shape your environment. Make it easy to show up and hard to drift away. These are small shifts, but together, they build a system that turns studying into real mastery. And if you've made it this far, remember, it's not about being the smartest student. It's about being the one who learns how to learn. You can start today, even with just one method from this video. Try teaching what you studied to a friend, or quiz yourself once tonight. You'll feel the difference. If this helped you, give it a like so it reaches more students who need it. And if you want more science-backed strategies for focus, productivity, and learning, subscribe, because we're going to dive deeper in the next video. Until then, study smart, not just hard.